My mask is on.
It's not pulled up over your nose. Fucking video doing this. Oh my god.
That's good. Oh, that's good. Good. I got that.
Nicely at first.
And we're back, and I have my glasses off. So, just so you can see.
2020.
I had to wake up.
Crazy year 2020. One of the craziest things has been this lockdown, right? We're kind of out of lockdown in California.
Are we though?
Things are opening up.
Things are. I guess you can call them opening up. In California, it's a little weird, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
But things, we almost forget because we're living on a day to day out here, and it's like we forget that we were on like a strict lockdown from like March 15th, April, May, nearly to June.
Yeah.
Things got kind of scary this year.
And in March, no one really understood what was going on because we were just like, oh, people are dying. And we had no idea what was really happening. And then in April, it was just like, oh, we're still kind of scared. May comes along, we're like, no one's, I don't know anybody's popping off. Only these people who are like 1 foot in the grave mostly. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden it's like, no, we're gonna open everything out, right? In the end of May, beginning of June, mm-hmm. right? Mm-hmm. And then magically, I leave actually. I go to New York in, I think it was the end of June, beginning of July. I come back to California and everything is double closed. Yeah. So now like restaurants that were starting to be open inside, they're like, now we can just, our cases are raising. And that whole shit, it's so convoluted. Everything's so much bullshit because...
You gotta be careful. You can't say that. You're gonna offend some people.
About talking to
some
bullshit?
Some people take this thing really serious.
Well, you know what the bullshit is? But look at the detail. The devil's in the details. And the bullshit I'm talking about is the level of, not that it's not, people aren't getting sick, because my own parents got COVID.
No way.
Yeah, they're in New York. New York's like a petri dish.
Have to do this with a
New York's like a petri dish, man. You go into the subway, it's just like, good luck. You're not getting everybody else's germs, right? So my parents got it. My brother got it.
How do we know you don't got it?
You know what? I hope I got it already.
Oh my
Guess what?
God.
I hope I did get it. You know why? Because I'll be that much stronger in the long run. And that's what people don't understand. I came back to California and they had more precautions in place instead of in comparison to what it was like in March. So now we're going on a tail end, and then like they're double shutting businesses down. Your $1,200 stimulus is a joke to try to live in Southern California or any part of California.
What happened to the second stimulus? They ran people along with the second stimulus. Where's the second stimulus? That's what I want.
Yeah, I would say, you know what they want to know? They're stimulating themselves with it. That's where the stimulus is. You go ask Governor Newsom.
Okay,
knew nothing.
Let's rewind a little bit.
Yeah.
So I wanted to know, because we were kind of out of contact. We had minimal contact. I want to know, what was it like for you during those 3 months of quarantine? What did you end up doing? What were you doing?
Well, at first it was weird. Like I said, I have a family and, I have kids and, you don't want to get sick. I personally myself grew up with asthma, still have variations of it depending on what's in the air. I've had pneumonia growing up twice. I lived in an apartment with black mold, which destroyed a lot of my lungs. So if I was going to get it, it was going to be worse for me than a lot of other people. And I stayed pretty healthy. But for me, it was just like, I'm kind of scared, so I'm just going to double down on my health. So that was the thing for me. I was like, okay, let me eat right, let me sleep right, let me exercise, let me worry about supplementing vitamins. Let me take care of myself, because you bet on yourself. Mm-hmm. And that's the problem. Everybody's looking to the government, looking for answers from everyone, and you got to double down yourself, right? So this is like a survival of the fittest type shit. And yeah, I care about you, I care about the guy outside, I care about this, but I also care about the inherent bigger problem is the government's not going to save you. You have to save you. And if you have to save you, and I know that people aren't dying, I know my parents got it, my brother got it, that tells me when my mom started taking care of herself, when I started sending her more supplements, when I started saying, hey, sleep right, she was overworked, she got better. So the thing about it is they're not going to talk about that stuff because they just want to rely on, vaccines. Oh, there it is.
Oh boy.
It is. See that?
It's dusty down here.
That's all right. That's all right. But do you see what I'm saying? What I'm trying to get at is they're not talking about relying on yourself. They're like, just wear a mask, just wait for this, just wait for that, and then everybody else is like, you have a standstill in the economy. Not everybody is well enough to sustain for like a year without making some type of money, without making some type of revenue.
Scary times.
You know, I deal with a lot of businesses, right? Like I deal with a lot of small, medium, some enterprise businesses, but these companies, man, you know, they haven't been closed for more than a week at a time in the last 20, 30 years, and they're closing up shop.
Mm-hmm. A lot of small businesses
have gone under, and I don't care if you're giving paycheck protection programs. You're handing out $1,200 to people. Who gives a shit? That is not enough, because these landlords, you know what? They'll postpone the rent for like, you know, maybe a month or two. But at the end of the day, the banks weren't cutting anybody any deals. Nope. They weren't saying, "Oh, don't worry about your rent. Oh yeah, we'll defer payments." Yeah, they'll defer it for like a month, not like a year. And yeah, you got these businesses going out, and these small businesses really are the cornerstone of American business. Like, yeah, we have the big corporations that control a lot of the workflow for the masses, but there's more small businesses in America than there is large corporations.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I hear a lot of corporations like Amazon and other corporations made a ton of money.
Yeah, depending on the vertical you were in. Yeah. But then I just got a notification today, like, you know, there's a franchisee, a guy who owns like 12. It's actually a company that owns 1,200 KFCs. KFC and Pizza Hut. Oh, no, Wendy's and Pizza Hut. Yeah, it was Wendy's and Pizza Hut. And I'll link in the article, it's a Media Post article, that they go on bankrupt and they have to refile, restructure, because even at that level, they weren't making enough money. You know what I'm saying? Because like, it's like, oh, well, half the time we're closed, we're half staffed. Not everybody is like, you know, Ray Kroc. You know, they don't own all the property. You know what I'm saying? Like McDonald's, not a lot of these companies are renting the spaces. Mm-hmm. So like, yeah, if they're not making enough money, that's just putting a wrench in the works. And this shitty people, the government, the higher ups, you know, they're not really thinking about you on your level, on the small business level. They have their own investments. They're well prepared. They could close the economy down for the next 2 or 3 years, and they'd be fine. Yeah, they're fine. But if you're the working class, or you have a small business, or even mini business owners, I don't care. People don't understand that even small to medium businesses, a medium business can make $2 to $5 million a year. That's considered a medium business still. Yeah. You know, people don't think like, well, you're making $2 million. Yeah, but how much money are you paying out in overhead? How much money are you paying out to your employees? You could still make as a business owner like $100,000, $150,000 a year, and have a $5 million business. And like a lot of that go to running the business. Mm-hmm. So you'd be surprised, like even a medium business is like, you know, will make millions. Yeah. So that's a big problem. So yeah, so this whole quarantine thing is affected me in the position of like, yes, it's affected my revenue, it's affected my friends' businesses, it's affected the mindset of people, it's affected your health, your mental health, like everything. And I feel like California, people in California especially, crazy, I feel, yeah, dude, look at the video. Look at the video.
So you came out and visited. You're in San Francisco. You're normally in LA, and we were just out. We went to this little gelato spot.
We went to like a little Italy, I guess like a little Italy type of thing, right here in San Francisco.
Yeah.
And
North Beach. We were in North Beach.
And yes.
And what happened?
Everybody's like in small little, everybody's like a little side of the street, no masks on, eating food. And I have a mask on, so I always put the mask on up to my nose, so it's sealed up to my nose. Like I said, I have glasses that I'm usually wearing for seeing, mm-hmm. right? And these are actually prescriptions too. Like so.
You ran into a Karen. I
ran into a hardcore Karen, and then she's like, "Excuse me." She's like, I'm 6 feet away from her. She's starting to like quiver. She's like, I'm very uncomfortable. She's like, can you please put your nose into your mask, right? I'm just like, what? I'm like, my mask is on. She's like,
let's let them see it.
Yeah, here, watch this. Yeah, watch this.
There's no glasses that have to be over my nose.
Pull your mask up.
I am. But I don't want to sit in here with this crazy bitch going crazy.
I know.
I can record you too, dickhead. Let's do it. Come on, put it on the internet. I'm just asking you to wear a mask.
My mask is on.
It's not over your nose.
Okay.
And the virus comes out your nose.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do your feet feel uncomfortable? No shoes you can't wear?
Shut up. This lady's right.
She's fucking being rude.
I asked him to pull the mask up over his nose.
You're right.
I'm going nuts.
Yeah, he should have a fucking nose cover.
Everybody's had the fucking virus already before they even knew it came out. know. Where's the nose?
I know. It's not even
I already fucking know.
Yeah, I know. Look at David nose.
Well, she's gonna yell at you next. 'Cause look, your nose is
Oh, you can't sit down. Yeah.
You're really dumb.
It's irritating.
No, no, this fucking
Scared of the world. Scared of life. Scared of everything.
Be ignorant.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Be ignorant.
That's what we're saying.
Yeah.
Be ignorant.
I
Go
know.
ahead.
Ooh, I'm gonna.
Go ahead, stop and talk to you. Go ahead. Go call him up. Give him a call.
Go.
This guy is wrong. He tried to
Look
fucking...
at me. She's cursing at me.
Say ignorant.
Nobody wears a fucking mask. Look at all those people outside on the sidewalk
You
with no
record me,
fucking
I'm gonna
mask
fuck you
on.
up.
I
You
know.
record me, I'm gonna fuck you up. Take the
Yeah.
camera off me.
You're not even wearing it over your nose. Let her turn around and fucking video you next. Oh my god.
That's good. Oh, that's good. Good.
I hope you know
I got
asked
that.
you nicely at first, and you're
Look what you
too
just
much of
instilled.
an
Look at
ignorant
you
piece
just
of-
instilled.
Thank you.
Well,
You just
let me get
fucking
extra.
out.
know.
Fuck you, you fucking bitch. I fucking hope you fucking die from virus. Fuck you, bitch.
Good times. All right, can I just get a cookie?
Yo, that was crazy.
I told you, dude. I knew you were kind of there, but then you kind of walked out.
Yeah, I've had enough negativity of 2020. I don't know what's going on anymore, but that was I feel like you were kind of egging her on.
No, I wasn't egging her on. I respected her. I'm just like, yeah, no, I hear you. I was just like, I'm standing here and I'm not going to adjust my mask. Like, I want to breathe. I want to be able to breathe properly. You know, I want to be able to not fog my glasses up. The other guy and the other, he wouldn't even have the thing over his nose. He's there, and then he goes ahead. He because this lady's pissed off. It's a chain effect of that guy getting upset, and then his wife, or like supposedly I found out it was her husband, or husband and wife, those two. Then he just goes up and he smacks the fucking ice cream cone out of her face.
Yeah.
Right against the wall, dude. It was like, you guys, I don't know if you saw it. If you pause it, you see he's like whack. Just smacks it right out of her hand. It goes against her face, the window, and everything. And then he goes outside and smashes a bottle in front of the store.
I saw that. I was outside.
Oh, you were outside. Yeah, you were
I saw it.
outside then already.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, holy shit, because this lady doesn't let me have the choice.
But see,
Or
I
the
think that's one of the
she-
problems, and we don't need to get into politics or anything
No.
like that. But it's like that's kind of like America. We've almost got too many choices. No, nobody can come to a consensus of what to do.
Correct.
Some people don't want to wear the mask. Some people do. Then it's mandated, and then it's not. COVID seems like a big deal, but then they're opening.
But you had mentioned
There's all
too.
kinds of confusion going on, and people don't know how to handle it. And we're supposed to be the United States of America, but everything, down to COVID, down to race, down to finances, seems divided.
And I agree. At the same time, you know how you know how you don't stand on one side or the other. You just have your own personal accountability, and that's what it
I mean,
comes
I
at.
kind of feel that
Yeah.
too, because if that lady was so keen on getting sick, I mean, it's
with
like,
all the
why-
people
why-
without masks on and all this
why are
touching.
you out in the first place? Like,
Yeah,
stay home.
stay home. If you're afraid, stay home. Go in your house. Get a ventilator. You know, not a ventilator. Like an air purifier in every room. Like I've heard some crazy stories of the past few months, bro. People like stripping down, throwing their shit into the fire. Like no joke. I have people that I knew in New York who were stripping down their clothing, one-time use, throwing it in the fire.
I mean,
You want to do that? Go
Some
do
people
it.
take
I'm
this
not
very
trying to like
serious.
burn my whole outfit, all my clothing. You know what I'm saying? I don't have it like that. You could go shopping for like, a new pair of clothes, a new get up every day.
Yeah.
You know, so like it's just yeah, dude, it's some next level shit. And I think we're at a point where people are fatigued and you need to have accountability. If you don't feel safe, then power to you. You have the right to not to feel safe. You have the right to protect yourself, but do not impose that those ideologies on everybody else when it's very common. You can see that people are humans are evolving. People will get sick. They will build immunity. They will, and I talk about this in all kinds of other shit videos, dude. I don't want to go hardcore. I'll let everybody else out there decide. How do you think that she reacted? Was that really appropriate at that level? And should she really be like, going off like that. You know, so it doesn't. Is that required? Is that really going to help her health? Her stress levels, I'll tell you that. Stress is a silent killer. She probably took more years of her life dealing with that situation than she did.
Freedom of speech is in the Constitution for Americans, right?
Well, yeah.
She was exercising her freedom of speech.
Yeah, and I let her exercise it. But, you know, and you start smacking people around and ice cream goes flying and people are like getting crazy, you know, let them get crazy. I just trying to get a cookie.
What do you think about quarantine? What do you think about this whole COVID thing? I know there's a lot of different messages. We want to hear from you. Go ahead and post some comments in the comments section. Dave, I want to thank you for being on the show.
Yeah, man. Thanks so much, bro. I'll see you guys soon. You know, keep watching this guy. He's got some interesting things coming out. If I can make a guest appearance again, it's always fun.
You're always welcome. Always welcome. I'm gonna come down. I'm gonna go down to LA.
A little fun
in
in
the
the sun.
We're gonna shoot your show in the new studio. You got a new studio, right?
Yeah, in your studio.
Cool.
It's fun. It's fun for everyone.
We're gonna do it. We're coming to LA, baby.
That's right. Yep.
It's the start of the channel.
Nationwide.
SMS Show.
Right.
We'll catch you guys in the next one.
Peace.